All right. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, definitely a great day for that. NVIDIA guys. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's the best. Oh, that's the best. Thing is, past my target. I love waking up to candies like that. Hell yeah. What's up, broken voice? Shut up. I don't even know what to say back to that. What's up, buddy? Good morning, man. That's good. Man, it hurts to be so damn right, doesn't it? I'm about as happy as I'm an old guy, man. So I've had some happy days in my journey, but today I'll never forget. I'll never forget today. Oh, let's go, man. That's so good. Dude, you don't learn. I mean, some of us are ill like me and spend an inordinate amount of time on crazy stuff called trading, and then when it pays off, it just feels good. I like it, so I never felt like I was wasting time or just spend the hours and hours. It's fun to me, and same. Yeah, when it hits like this, and you can help a handful of people make some bank, it's gratifying. It is, man. This is the hardest thing that any of us will ever do. So to be right, hell yeah, and it feels good, dude. It's a good feeling, man. It's like you put the work in, you have to be somewhat aware. It takes a little bit of mental, not a little bit, it takes a good bit of mental, exhaustion, putting in the hours. But yeah, man, especially look at the VIX. Look what you've been saying on the VIX for a month, like wake up and boom, there it is. I mean, it's pretty risky to say, man. I guarantee, that's the only guaranteed trade I've seen in 30 years. Yeah. And I even put a drop dead date. I'm probably stupid doing this yesterday, giving it a drop dead date by whatever it was, January 8th or something like that. Yeah, now you can bring all levels have been broken. Market's not trading technically. Now we're at the mercy of machines. So if you're not already to the downside, oof, you better hang on. Yep. It's gonna get bumpy. Yep. Might as well take action. Don't let it happen to you. Yeah, so. I mean the put cannons have been oiled. I literally said fuck risk management, and I loaded the cannons. I'm not buying this pump, this J pile fake pump. Seriously, man. I bought just everything I could with both hands. Just clicking button, as you say. Yeah, man, I'm happy with this morning, dude. I'm looking at I love that Nvidia, Microsoft, those short puts are gonna pay. I took your signals, I took the VIX, man. Like it's good stuff, dude. I love it. I mean, we're stacking so mad it's not even fair. It's not even fair to the other people who call themselves whatever they call themselves. We're we're just gonna keep doing us and let the chips fall where they may. I like our chances. Me too, man. We got some weighted dice here. I gotta do a couple things and I'll be on for the fireworks. Love you guys. All right, brother. See you in a minute. All right. Let's see here. I took it and cut it before you signaled. Ah, I feel you. That's okay, man. That's okay. I mean, there's still a gap to the downside, so you better believe your ass I'm gonna short that gap. So
Winter. So that's actually a really great question. We know that when stocks hit support more than once, it creates a strong support. Um, so can we say that it is a good time frame to go full position long with the Nasdaq hitting support again? So technically, yes, but we're trading outside of technicals now. And that being said, um, it is yes if you bounce off of said supports, but even the fact that you're revisiting supports multiple times also gives the impression that there's weakness overhead or pressure. And so therefore you guys will hear me often say 3 times and a break. If it hits 3 times and it doesn't show me any signs of strength, my bet is to the downside. So it is, and normally, but at this point, no. So, obviously it can still bounce. They can still, do the same old shit that they do and give it a little bit of a pop, but I'm still gonna be fading those pops. So, um, well, solid unless Dan want to see Microsoft at 210, my boy. Super bear. Um, yeah, no problem, Winter, and obviously we'll be watching that. So, um, so yeah, I will be leaving a position on Microsoft. Yes. Me, this is part of my strategy swing. Nvidia is probably a take profit opportunity. It is in the gap. That is a that's a home run hit right there. That's just one coming from me. Multiple admins, I got those home run hitters. So I personally swung Apple plug in Microsoft. There you go. No minute workday, dude. I just had to wake up. So what you can do right now is if you're in profit, go to and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't do this. Most of the time my contracts will load. You can you can um set an order for it to sell at a calculated price. Now, it's not always going to be accurate, but you can still put in the option contract the premium that you bought it for, and it will give you the rest. So, those of you guys on YouTube, I'll be right with you. I'm gonna step out grab my smoothie really quick. It's just in the kitchen. So, um, wow, that is one hell of an article. Coffee, chocolate, and cannabis, the ultimate combination. It's coming from Benzinga. Beninsky and Intelligentsia will soon launch this treat. All right, smoothie. What's in that thing? Um, so this smoothie is actually called a green brain. It is peaches, frozen mangoes, pineapple juice. There's stuff called green powder. It's a green brain powder, but it's basically like a multivitamin. So it has like everything. It's all plant based. Um, Goat yogurt. I don't know why it sounds weird saying it out loud. And then I just throw like greens and stuff in it. But yeah, so that's it is really good. It is really good. You can add raw spinach to it. I'm not much of a kale dude, so but it is really good smoothie. It's actually I got this smoothie from a coffee shop so many times that I watched them measure it and I memorized the ingredients for it and then I bought them. All right, one second. Let me grab this. Be right back. Second video. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. First game, have you seen the button? All right, so good morning, everybody. We got some pretty nice setups today. Zoom is my main watch into the open, so this should be really nice to trade. Gap fill 217. Where you see that gap? That gap already got filled, brother. Long time ago. Yeah, upside. Red to green trade on Zoom. That's literally the only thing that's valid for upside trading. Everything else setting up a rejection. The reason why I don't want to trade rejections, I mean, I have Tesla, but it's not my main watch, is because of how the market is. That gap down, we may end up recovering all the way through 10 a.m. and then find reversal points. Guys, we are technically getting a Santa Claus rally. It's just not a rally. It's a rally going the other way. Remember that? Like the rally is here because we're getting clear direction to the downside. So at least we got something better than chop, man. No, I know, bro. I'm just saying.
Is the bias bear coming out?
No, I'm not biased at all today. I've not been biased in a while. But like it's dips get bought up. Like there's still about $90 billion of backstopping present every month. So
Yeah, I think when people forget, like, yo, we're almost done tapering, but that doesn't mean we're done buying.
exactly.
They buy every month. People don't understand that.
That's why just trade the setups and then trade was not. I mean, I thought of swinging puts into Monday, but I think it's because it was around like 350, and then I just saw a lot of inverted patterns, man, on the dailies, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna swing anything to the upside because it was a nice bull trap. I can't even lie to you. Anybody that trades off candlesticks at all, anybody that saw most dailies, like I can't imagine people that swung Tesla until today. I mean, their contracts are pretty up.
So I swung a decent amount of puts. Nothing crazy.
Yeah,
So a little bit of SPY, and then I have puts on a lot of my long-term equity positions
yeah.
as protection. But um, I'm sure in debate right now what I'm going to do if I'm going to sell some of that equity using those puts that I bought, or if I should just sell the puts for profit. I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the day to make that decision. Because some of the stuff, like, I'm not like horribly run on, but those puts are definitely making could definitely get me to break even or even some, because I bought some of the puts in the money.
No, that's true. That makes sense. So the issue at this point would really be, do you see a big outflow from the equity markets if things stay crazy?
Exactly, and that's why I kind of want to wait till the end of the day to really make that call.
Yeah.
I don't. Here's the thing. So Omicron, I think, is really what drove the gap down today. Yeah. Obviously, I think you're going to see your Zoom, your Pelotons, your Doc. A lot of them are going to rally. From my opinion, I don't even need to look at the chart to tell you this. Like, if this is sentiment driven, that's the sentiment that's going to move. Like,
Because the other algos are going to go to move.
exactly. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
This will be it.
One thing about vaccine stocks, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I don't really trade them a lot, and it's because of the whipsaw action. It makes it very hard for you to take like a red to green trade, and I'm sure you know, like Moderna can be coming down into like a fib level, and it just drops like $3-4 more, and that'll shake you out.
Yeah. So, Adam, the one thing that to think about with biotech, specifically in vaccines, is that if there were to be any fucking statement coming out of the CDC, the FDA, about
Any time during the trading session.
anything during the trading session about, oh, we don't think this is 90% effective anymore against this strain, in the middle of the trade, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
So you can play it. Just keep that stuff in mind. Like any tweet related to that vaccine efficacy will cause your stock to move in another direction. So you just gotta keep that stuff in mind.
So for SPY, you guys gotta remember that 450 level, that shit is literally the Federal Reserve. At that point, you gotta keep that level in mind. That's gonna be our very aggressive bounce spot. Let me just look at the end of the week. So there is a lot of open interest on the call side for SPY versus the puts towards the end of the week. So that's pretty strange. That is. For some guys, looking like 46K, 44K.
This week expiration?
Yeah, Friday. Well, that could just be some out the money settings.
Yeah, it could be out the money selling, but somebody has to be doing that buying, though. You know what I'm saying?
This week's expiration, guys. I trade weeklies all the way till the final day, unless I don't feel comfortable. I'll switch.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing: if Manny decides to go long in a stock, and you don't have the scalping capabilities, which I'm gonna just be honest here, most of you guys can, it's just the reason it does. So I'll just take that for what it is. You might want to go next week's contract. You might not want to go this week's.
Yeah, remember this week's are deteriorating already. So today is Tuesday, right? When you're looking at your option weeklies, today is Tuesday. Anytime that you have like a day off, just remember that you're always gonna use the second day once the session opens on the week. So it should be rather interesting, man. I mean, Zoom has a pretty decent setup. I've seen Zoom flush countless times. So if this can hold thanks to all this fear, that'll be very, very nice.
What's up?
This is what's up, bro? Where were you?
I was getting a smoothie and taking some liver because I'm the liver prep now.
What? You heard liver too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like liver capsules?
Yeah, I'm about to start eating it raw too.
Damn, I was like, you said organs now too?
He's going full bear.
We're at this point, man.
If you want to be the bear, you have to literally be the bear.
Yeah,
I am.
bro thinks he's Joe Rogan.
I am. If you got it, I think a lot of people met me when I was bullish, but what they didn't know is I was never bullish. I was just a bear in bull clothes. I'm always a bear. I believe this thing. That's how it's my morals. This stock market shouldn't exist.
Michael Burry said the US economy. It's like morals.
Yeah.
That scene in the movie when the lady says, Mr. Murray, this is Wall Street. If you give us free money, I wonder how she feels.
I guarantee you, a couple months later, she was like, "I'm an idiot."
I'm an idiot.
Damn, I'm using another computer to trade today, and signed into TradingView, and I've been trying to sign in for the past like 30 minutes, and I can't figure out what the password is.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's why I have everything connected to my Gmail. Okay, so we just got our hourly open for 9. So this is gonna be the hourly that's gonna dictate our price. Zoom's hourly open very nice. So breakout traders, if you don't feel comfortable taking the red to green, take the 210 breakout. We're gonna trade on from supply to supply. So after we take our red to green, we're gonna trade with a target of the top hourly Bollinger Band on Zoom. It's gonna be a little bumpy. Just don't, if you want to hold it, don't put in a lot of size. I will scale in and out of the trade, but it's Zoom. I've seen Zoom do crazy shit.
Yo, Garrett, I didn't see your messages last night till this morning, bro.
Oh, you're good, dude. It was I was
If you ever need anything like that, just shoot me a text instead. I have to, and I hate to say this to you guys on live, but like I had to start killing my Discord notifications after 5 because it's just ridiculous.
I only have notifications for people tagging me.
You can like specifically.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
No,
could do that.
you have to. Yeah, it's crazy complex, dude. You know, I got a whole team. It costs like $12 billion.
You have to code it.
Yeah, you have to code it. You got to do like it's a weird procedure. Too complicated to talk about.
Tells me to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally after 5 p.m. I just literally turn notification on Discord completely off because it just gets nuts. And anything after 5, I have to check manually to see if
You guys, does anyone want to explain to me why my fiance won't let me get this for my children? Look in live trade. Tell me I'm not the best dad.
What, dude? Oh my god! If I was your kid, dude, I would cry. Look at this. Look, Garrett wants to get for Halo.
I'd rather have an orb so that I can. Let's go.
But here's the thing, bro. I feel like Ellie is prone to injury like you, Garrett. And I think you need to like put like styrofoam everywhere around that thing.
She's in a balloon. I don't know how much safer I can make it. I have already looked into doing that. 100%.
You can stream that, right? You can stream your kids fighting with that, and you're already go viral.
Yeah, and jail.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
you doesn't fight at your house. One of the two,
I like it. I'm gonna buy it. All right. So, oh my god, that is so gross. Let's see. So I don't know if anybody or who in here took the NVIDIA, and I need to stream. Whoops, I'm like sitting here with the camera up on my screen, but nothing streaming. Hold on one second.
there's clients that I have, man, that I would, I would go any day to help them. But there are others that I just want to block their number.
You gotta find a good point of disconnect, where you're like, this is where we part ways forever.
There's those big people that.
I want to say something real quick, and I saw that some people saw what I posted in live trading and then DM me. Here's all I have to say about like what I said earlier. So some companies are preparing. When I say preparing, I mean they're literally having levers set aside to where they can pull in that time of a recession. And I work with a few different companies that I know that are preparing for a possibility of a recession. Now, that doesn't mean a recession will happen, but what they do is they have these plans set aside that they can execute in times of a recession. Now, when I say brands, it could be headcount cutting, right? Because you got to reduce your overhead costs. It could be switching what they produce. So if they typically produce a high-end value, high-end product that costs a lot, they'll switch to producing a low-end product that's considered a value product and sell that at a lower cost, so they can still generate revenue, but also still hold a good market share in the market that they're in. So a lot of companies that I work with closely, the one I work for, are working on putting plans in place right now because of the tapering and because of the interest rate increases that are coming. So
guys, he's giving us an insider on Boeing. On BA.
Have to keep that stuff in mind when that stuff is going on. Your kids, you can't really forget about that. So that's really important. Give me 1 second, maybe.
That's rather interesting, and it's actually funny, man, that is happening. The fact that they're what do you call it? Like putting money in, like they're getting ready for the worst. It's nice to see that they're getting ready for the worst. It's just, you know, at this point, how bad can that get?
Yeah, for sure. Am I gonna put on the bear mask? Yeah, just a minute.
Oh my god, no, please, my therapist.
All right. So, real quick, just to break off. Sorry guys. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick recap here. Just to go over what we're looking at going into today. For those of you guys who are just here for my watch list, it's not changed. I did see Zoom this morning as well. I had some people ask me about what I might be watching upside wise, but I actually went and looked at my overall P&L in Zoom, and I decided that's not for me. So I'm gonna not trade Zoom, and I'm totally okay with that. But what I will do is be taking profit on the Nvidia swing. So we swung Nvidia to the downside. That target was absolutely hammered. I'm super stoked about it because we're in the gap, which does mean that we are actually in the money.
That daily gap.
Yeah.
I think this guy just Friday randomly just comes in like Microsoft puts, Nvidia puts.
I was staring at the chart and I was like, I could hardly breathe too. I was just breathing in my aromatherapy machine. And
What was there like?
yeah, it basically is like that. And like steam's coming from everywhere. And I was just staring at red bars and I was like, kill it. I was like, Nvidia, whoa, sushi. Oh my God.
Sushi, what the fuck?
Damn. No, no, it's not. Wells Fargo any good? I heard they're kind of a shit, man. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're I actually did see a lot of dark pool flowing into banks. But that being said, guys, we swung Microsoft. Microsoft hit 317. There's a gap fill now to 323.65. I can't tell you whether we're going to rebound or not, but we will go over that obviously as the bell starts. So above 320, there is the possibility for the gap fill. My recommendation is if you're in any contracts that expire this week, you are not going to be greedy. If imagine if you played this during the day and Microsoft dropped from 324 down to 318 and you ask somebody, should I take profit? They would look at you and their head would turn sideways. So
Like what?
absolutely.
What?
Yes, that is your money. You need it now. JG Wentworth, take it. Okay, so all right. So before the bell, Wall Street futures and global stocks have taken a hit over worries of the Omicron-led curb hurt market sentiment. Who wrote that? Oil.
The weakest investors I've ever seen in my life, dude. The stock market. This guy's freaked out over anything, bro. Anything.
Bro, it's a
I didn't use a stroke. Oh my god, sell.
Yeah.
Bro, if the president had a stroke, oh my God.
But if he had a stroke of genius, then he would do this. He would do this anyway. Sorry.
These investors are the weakest.
Real quick, though, one thing to if the what's his name, Manchin, if Joe Manchin comes out and says that he's going to agree to sign the better plan, or agree not to sign, but to vote and support the Build Back Better plan, expect a big bullish push to the upside on the S&P. Right, and that's something that he's completely against because he's not supportive of the amount of dollars that they want in the Build Back Better plan. And that's one of the reasons that you're seeing this downside on top of Omicron fears. If we and I talked to you guys about this like a couple months ago. Remember weeks ago when I said the Democrats are going to cause Powell essentially to say, hey, you need to taper, you need to raise interest rates. It's going to cause the markets to pull back. And also, that's going to make the Republicans vote for Build Back Better because Build Back Better will essentially cause an influx of cash into the markets, right? Which then allows the markets to rally. So essentially, it's like a Republican squeeze, if you want to look at it that way. I said this to you guys. Manny, when did I say this in a live? Like, what?
Oh, dude, yeah, you called this.
Okay, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then I called the Omicron, not the Omicron variant itself, but I called the case counts being high going into the winter. You guys can probably search it into the chat. So keep this stuff in mind, like going forward. You gotta have to understand like the political game that's being played with the market. It's not just the charts are 100%.
Yeah,
It's there. You have to understand the fundamentals that are being driven behind it too. So let's
like the stimulus, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. Around the same time, we were getting a bunch of chop, we were getting downside, we were getting popped to the upside, and then getting rejected and shot to the floor. So just keep that stuff in mind. So if you see tweets like Joe Manchin is in support, expect a strong rally like within that minute. So just keep that stuff in mind.
All right, let me I'm gonna really quickly, I'm just gonna finish up the recap here this morning, just to give people, it's 9:13, guys, so I'm gonna keep this really quick. So as far as the economic calendar, we already talked about this. We only have I believe it leading indicators. That's relatively low trading impact. We don't have any high impact data coming in. We do have December 22nd, December 23rd, where we get the majority of them at data. We also have a short week, which does have an effect on the stock market. A lot of people don't want to hold over a long weekend. Just print more money. Ugh. Oh God. It'll never stop. This man just told me to take a shower. I did. Let's see. So, other than that, I did want to just briefly remind you guys that earnings is also pretty lackluster as well. I didn't really see anything on here catching my eye whatsoever, besides Nike and MU, which will be played after hours, or we'll be watching after hours, to see what happens with them. We do have BlackBerry, Rite Aid, and General Mills coming in tomorrow. And let's see here. Just a couple different top headlines here. Schumer says Senate to vote on Biden's plan, despite Manchin's objections. The U.S. Senate will move ahead with a vote on President Biden's Build Back Better plan. I just think a build a better workshop. That's all I think about whenever I hear that. But Build Back Better plan early next year, despite the opposition from the key Democratic senator, and will also take up voting on rights legislation. Senate Majority Chuck Schumer said. Other than that, we have global M&A activity smashes all-time high records with a top of $5 trillion in 2021. Global merger and acquisition M&A activity shattered records in 2021, comfortably erasing the high water mark that was set with nearly 15 years ago, as an abundance of capital and sky-high valuations fueled frantic levels of deal making. So other than that, guys, there's really not much that is super duper exciting. We did have Apple. The company has asked India antitrust watchdog to throw out the case, with them saying it's too small of a player in the Southeast Asian country where Google is more dominant. But other than that, guys, not much going on. And again, Microsoft puts, I more than likely will take profit on everything. So if you guys have Apple puts, I know some of you guys have been holding on to Apple. Apple is at its gap fill and can very well go down first. That would allow it to move around 168.27 where it's at currently, down to the mark of 166.65 and 166 even. That is where the gap fills for Apple. Wouldn't take it past that with weeklies. And again, this week, because it's short, my time within it will also be short. So I will not be looking to spend an enormous amount of time trading. So if you guys are trading at 10:30 today on a short week, I'd like for you to set a mirror beside your computer so that way you can look at yourself while you do it, because that might be what you need to do in order to step away, is just to look at thyself. So please guys, there's more weeks, better opportunities to make money going into next year. So I just urge you guys, those of you who are day trading and scalping, that midday is not the day that you want to be doing that. But we are going to wake up to money, and that is pretty damn cool. So if you're awake and you're here and you have contracts and Rolly's plays, my plays, I think there's a couple admins who signal some downside. I would highly recommend taking profit. I am feeling better besides my throat. I do too. So if you make your daily salary by 9:35, maybe chill today. That is a great, yeah. Come play Fortnite or something. My son's home and we're gonna play Fortnite for like 30 minutes at some point today. But
Yeah,
go do something.
I agree with what Garrett is pretty much saying, especially if you guys swing with him. You guys basically like don't really have to even trade or even put your brain to like work because the trade basically happened overnight.
Yeah.
So there's no point, for you to make money and then look for more trades. Remember, I always say you need if the value is basically higher than your account, like if you're up on swings 20-30%, why would you bother risking 10% of that if you can close the day with 20 or 30% progress, and then go into tomorrow?
if
So
you're sorry, go ahead.
no, don't be an ape, man. That's not anything I can say. Don't be an ape.
Yeah, not everything is a short squeeze. You don't have to hold forever. What am I doing? I am getting ready to trade. Should you hold Shiba?
No, oh my god.
I'm gonna get up. You know what? I'm going on Amazon right now for all Shiba questions. I'm just gonna pull out a black 8 ball and we're gonna shake it.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna give you guys the response there.
So,
If you're asking somebody whether you should exit a trade, you should probably not be in it. And I mean that with love.
with love, respectfully. So I'm watching Zoom. That's what I only watched today. I had a Tesla reject, but I'm not. This is my main watch. Like Tesla is some point it's a really like golden pocket at the bottom of the gap fill, so we can just bounce here. You gotta remember one thing going into the opening of the session. Spike gap down. What's the most obvious move for it to make? Try to fill that gap. Look at that wick that are left behind. So we can drop right at bell, fill that wick to the downside, and then move it to the upside. Doesn't matter. It's just what it is, and then reverse at 10 a.m. But I mean, watch is still going to be Zoom. If the Qs go for the gap fill, it's going to pump Zoom, so it's going to be a very nice trade to take. I'm watching 205s, 210s, and 215 contracts. I'm also watching SPY 450 puts for Wednesday, assuming the market decides to take a crack at do.
Why would you talk shit and then put your government name in your bio?
That's how it is.
There you go, buddy. I blocked you. FedEx has a gap. Everything probably has a gap. Why are you guys shorting stocks? Because it's what they deserve.
Why are you shorting stocks? Like, what do you stocks go?
We go up and down. We gotta make money. So the question.
Whatever strikes you want for Zoom.
The question was somebody was asking what your entry is, or Manny's probably gonna be looking for a bounce level, guys. So that's
Yeah,
also
I'm watching 205 and 203 for a bounce level. If those two levels get flushed, then the next level would obviously be the 200 hold.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in those two first.
all right.
Expiration is weekly. Guys, this is a scalp. This is not a day trade. Just like, I don't want nobody to stay holding after it reverses.
Please.
It is the top hourly potential at 214 more or less.
And also one thing, a key element for scalping is size. So if you're playing this with one contract and Manny gets out with a stack and you get out with $50,
100.
that or 100, then big leave. You have to think about the size or the relevancy of your position size. You're not going to get the same return. So just keep that in mind. But also, real quick, if you are in any of the swing trades that I signaled, will you throw an emoji in the chat, a tomato preferably? I know Big Step swung with me.
Zoom is dipping on its ATR on the 3 minutes.
Tell me.
You gotta see how this session opens.
Hey, Solly, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, buddy, but hopefully you can go make some money yourself. Love you though. Bye, buddy. I'm gonna block you though. Oh, thank you for the tomato. Tomatoes are not fruits or vegetables. They're berries.
Yeah.
What do you
No, bounce.
I know. I'm talking about top side. Like you're rejecting the top side.
214. It's top hourly Bollinger, so it's at 213.25 now.
Watch 211.57, bro.
Yeah, obviously. Like if we clear 210, I would hold.
Yeah. Okay.
But originally my first target is 210, assuming I go from red to green.
All right, I'm gonna signal everybody. I am out. You can hold a little bit of Microsoft or a little bit of Apple. Again, Apple has the gap fill, but if you're in a small account, your goal is to take the money and run. So just keep that in mind. This is a big gap down, guys. So to expect movement to the downside is expect to get whacked. So just please be careful today. Big gap down. There's going to be people looking to take gap fills up. There's going to be people who are looking to push things down a little bit lower. So,
Cooking dude is so nice to watch. There's a whole show based on cooking. It's called Food Wars. It's one of the best animes I've seen. So amazing.
those of you guys, if you've seen Veggie Tales, it should be called. I saw this yesterday, but it should be called Fruit Tales because cucumbers are also berries with internal seeds. I didn't know this. So it's really berries, gourds, berries. Tell me what's not a berry in that show except for this berries. All right. So anyway, back to.
Wait, let me go over this quick because the dad bought asked. So when I say a bounce level, what it is. So here's the thing. I can say to
Hey, abstract. If you know where my mom is, dude, let me know, dude. I haven't seen her in years. So if I'm in her basement, dude, that'd be so weird because I'm above ground, but gang. Is Microsoft a berry? It's a berry.
Now, here's the other scenario that you could do. You could, when you see that tail form and you get in, your stop loss would always be a new low. Anytime you get into a bounce trade with me, guys, our stop loss is always a new low. If the stock comes down, pushes a new low, we need to get out of the trade because our bounce level was not the one that we thought it was. All right, I never hold. If I see something dips and then it recovers, okay, I'll hold. But if I see something dip and come back again and keep going, I will cut the trade. It is what it is. So as Zoom approaches 205 on the tape, on the bids, you want to see stacking or you want to see big, limit buyers sitting there. And then once it touches and they get filled, you want to see that reversal come up. Should be a rather interesting session at this point, but let's see.
All right. We got 5 minutes. Gonna do the speech. If you do not have a plan, you have anxiety. So in the future, I'm telling you, your future, you have anxiety. What does a plan consist of? An entry, an ex.
Oh my God, that's about.
Elizabeth Warren's got COVID too.
Gary Kramer has horses.
I think he's probably lost his horses and now has poor sense.
Now we got 4 cents.
I'm telling you what, dude. I don't get my feelings hurt a lot, but I actually thought that man told me I had poor sense, and my feelings for. I watched the video 6 times. I remember sitting in my room watching it, and I'm like, "There's no way he just told." He's yeah. I thought he said you got horses, and I thought he said you got poor sense because he's always screaming everything. God, imagine living with that guy. But he go to dinner, eat. But he's yeah, just kind of enunciating those words just wasn't the best, you know. So horse dewormer sense. You know what? If they have oh, okay, everybody, yo, Apple is now moving down into its gap. So it's gonna go to 160, 166.75 is a bounce level for Apple, if not 160 66 easy. Anyway, guys, please remember a short week. Please do not over risk. Do not chase. If you can't grab a play, if you miss the bag in the morning, you're going to lose it at lunch. And that is a general consensus that I see across the board. So please, 10:30 is when the most professionals are out. So to be an amateur and to stay in is to heighten the likelihood of you losing. Is there trades during the middle of the day that you can capture? Yes. Have you probably done it before? Absolutely. Is this a short week and I don't want to deal with that? 100%. So please use good risk management. Don't overexpose yourself this week. A little bit of skin in the game can still get you a lot. So just please, guys, if you're in profits, if you're whatever the case may be, please secure those profits. Have a goal this week. If you got 10 grand, you want to get it to 15, or if you got whatever the case is, make sure you're goal oriented. And hopefully you guys have a good day. So again, just to reiterate, I am out of almost all of my swings to the downside. I will tell you guys right now that Microsoft is likely to gap fill. It may even just hit 322, reject and drop further. I will let you guys know that I will re-enter Microsoft. If it does continue to fall, then I will re-enter below 317. If you go look at the daily chart right here, guys, it's a huge support. And there's a gap beginning at 316, even closing at 3. Big Step are already pointing this out. So, all right. Anyway, you guys get ready to go. Good luck. Take a deep breath. You're a human. Try to make a little bit a bag. So just try and calm yourself. I got the aromatherapy going. Mm. How are you lot looking at SPY, DIA, and QQQ? Probably because you can't see my whole screen.
He's just sitting there, so let's see.
I'll do that though. At least if you're happy.
Let's be patient going to the open, guys.
All right.
Come on, 203, 203 zone.
Oh no. Are you serious, Trade Station? Oh no. They just logged me out.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Alright, Zoom is moving, guys. North to 203 level.
If you're
So
in.
we hold it or we lose it.
Are you serious, dude? All right, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's all fine. Mm.
Bids below 203. Reclaim again. Patience here. Patience.
Okay. Woo. Okay. Woo. Okay. NVIDIA. If you're in NVIDIA. Fuck. Did you guys take profit? Profit taken, hopefully. I hope you guys took profit. I'm sorry if I'm gonna have to just deal with this. That stings, but it is what it is. If you're in Alcola, excuse me, because I'm we're still green somehow. Hold on 1 second.
Qs are trying to move up. Still watching Zoom. I'm not entered yet. Bids, anytime they lose 203, they reclaim really quick though.
Order
Let's
filled.
So just
Cashed out 1K in 1 minute. Nice day. Not even going to look to see if I could have made more. I've been burned lately. There you go. Good mindset right there. Oh, Zebo, what's going on, dude? Quick bag. Gotta love it. Be extra picky. Good stuff right there. Guys, gap fill coming. There might be a second opportunity. Hold on one second. There goes Microsoft with the pop-up. Jay Bruce, shut up. Shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about, Jeremy Brewer. Bye. Have you ever watched The Margin Call? Movie is crazy.
that movie's genuinely crazy. I agree. That shit was fucking nuts.
Do you guys get out of any positions? Are you guys green?
I'm not in anything, guys. I'm not in Zoom. Just watching, waiting for settings to slow. 200 is our next level. Those bidders stack up.
Watch a rejection 321.85 on Microsoft right here. You might blow past it. There goes Apple, gap fill upside, Nvidia, gap fill upside. So if you're scalping right now, gap fills 290, 279, 45. You guys out? All right, cool. Everybody's green. Everybody's green. Opening up. Beautiful day. Give me $1,000. Oh, £1,000. Oh, I don't have any pounds, dude. I'm sorry. Only dollars. I'll get into stocks after I get my high school.
All right, let's see that's 200 level on Zoom. See if any buyers pop in. There's a guy with 2,400 shares at 200, waiting to get filled. Thick buddy got filled.
All right, rejection. Do you guys see that rejection on Microsoft? Oof, right there, 5 cents away. Damn. Don't just take a play because you want to take a play, guys. Have a reason.
Guys, I'm scaling into some Zoom. Super light, super light. Please don't go heavy on this.
Chandler. Good God, $5,000 today, dude. Holy excuse my language, but damn. Great job, dude. Post that in the games page. Tesla puts. Oh my gosh, you madman. Shock G. I loved it, dude. I want to go dirt bike riding with you.
I'm watching that 188 level on Zoom. See if it holds up.
I love you guys too, Spidey powers. What's your best clothes? What does that even mean? Oh no. Shit. Man. Watch Microsoft here for the rest of the gap fill if you're scalping. Let's see, Microsoft.
New 5 minutes, opening up.
I'm going to take a 325 call on Microsoft, I think, right here, and scalp this. I'll wait a few seconds. I'll let you guys know when I enter. 325. Strike this week.
All right, guys, if you're in that bounce on Zoom with me,
And
watching it here. Cues are going green. Let's see if they can help zoom up.
no fill, guys. I'm not getting filled.
Order filled.
Thank you. Okay. I'm filled on Microsoft. I'm playing this gap fill, guys, out 324.30. Facebook puts. Damn, you're still in? Is that not bouncing? That should be bouncing soon, no? Yeah, be careful. You got a gap on that one too. You're at support. Don't get too greedy on that one. You're at pre-market lows. There's Microsoft.
Oh, nice pin bar on the 3 minute on Zoom, guys. See if this can. Want to see if we can go to 205. That was a nice pin bar close on the 3 minute though. Let's go.
How about no members? You can just DM me on Discord and you can just learn for free.
See the 10 more holds.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, we closed to 320, 323, 323 on Microsoft here. Oh, nice. Tesla. Yo, great job, Shock G. And just think about
Great job off that. Tesla rejected that 215 level perfectly for the watch list. So congrats. Tesla, you're so easy.
karma, no problem.
By the way, Tesla touched its Bollinger Band at 897. Just want to throw it out there.
Nvidia is going for the gap fill as well, guys. This is pretty standard right here. SC swing puts are gonna feed my family for generations. Is your family finally saved? Please, I have a family. One day we won't have to say that anymore. They're finally saved. Did Facebook bounce or does it go lower? Oh, it did. It spiked lower. Damn, look at that breaking pre-market lows, dude.
The cues, they go up and down in the same 5-minute candle like 5 times already. It's ridiculous.
I think it'll give us one more pop.
Guys, close out of Zoom, by the way.
Yo, what do you remember what this pattern is? I'm gonna post it.
Order filled.
In live trading chat. Yes, day trading books, all in my Discord for free. There's thousands of dollars worth of books. I'm actually posting another link today. Watch for a bounce here on Microsoft. I might average down on Microsoft here. Yo, dude, my trade station, chill, bro. What's going on? Dude, I'm not getting filled on jack shit right now.
Yeah, things are going massive. Be patient or I don't know what to say.
If you're green on Facebook, be careful. You just tapped a huge bounce level. I'm average. I just averaged down on Microsoft. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Books, link in the bio. Link in the bio. Apple puts on at a 3 trillion market cap. Didn't somebody say something? Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good trade. They do that. All right, let's see if Zoom is gonna finally do it.
Go, 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 go. Alcola going up too. Are you guys green on Alcola? Because I'm really curious as to why I'm green on Alcola.
Okay, so it's okay. Let's Zoom not being issues.
Come on, go give us the rest of the gap fill. I'm a little heavy at Microsoft. Come on, baby. Yo, the spreads. What are you doing? Oh. Hold on.
Let's go. Zoom.
Apple. Let's go. Top shelf. There's a little gap fill on Apple to 170, so you might have a dollar move here. Here goes Microsoft. And then right as you said that, red candle.
Not standard procedure.
Yeah, right.
Order filled.
No, I'm still in Zoom, brother. I literally watched this thing give up its gains. I'm still in. As like I said, I took a very light trade. I just
turning red
earlier for you guys to TP in case you were heavy. But no, I'm in a very light trade. This is like, let's see if this becomes a big trade at this point. But look at that. Look at what the Qs are doing.
I know, dude. Jesus Christ.
What is this, man?
This is Monday of a short week. Oh, yo, they retested 380 and rejected big time, back down to lows.
What is that?
Almost got a real good fill on AA.
Yeah, margin call Monday.
Straight up. Yo, fucking Facebook too. They're clicking they're clicking the red buttons. Guys, I'm waiting for a bounce on Microsoft here to be able to exit. Not gonna jump out of red. So right here, watch. I'm gonna trim exposure at 321.82. I think that's where we bounce here. We'll see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Nice, you did? Okay, great job. If you did play that pop right there, that was good. I'm not down to anything crazy, but I'm ready to cut.
Yeah, Zoom completely trapped anybody that took that breakout. I mean, trapped. But it's holding a base at 200, so that's what's trying to dictate the move now. Yeah, everything just fucking flushed and gave up his gains. It came up and then just rejected. It was thanks to the cues. Margin call Monday, guys.
Ratched Marcerie. I might need to open up a Google Meet. I'm sorry. You got into Facebook downside? I actually TP'd Facebook puts last week and I never held those. You guys are wild. All right, there's Microsoft. Woo! Jesus Christ, man. All right, so Q bounced right off of that level. I'm gonna trim exposure right here, guys. So that means if you're in 20 contracts or something like that, you can trim out to lessen the blow. So right there, I just trimmed out a 5. Maybe. Can I?
Order filled.
Okay.
I swung full
Order
size of what
filled.
SPX and Friday. I would literally be over 100 grand.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
He's in our Discord. Make sure to go to the map.
Oh my god, look at the cues, Garrett. Wow.
Yeah, I'm in Microsoft right now, dude. I averaged down on that bounce, and right now I'm back green right now. There it is. I'm back green right there. Let's go. Yuck. Give me my fucking money.
Did everybody see that? Everybody saw what the cues just
Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god, let's go. Give me my
Oh my god, they got every short, just trapped them and squeezed them to like break even and then just alright, take him red. Holy crap.
they're getting excited, short it. What did you think I said on Microsoft? I would highly recommend taking so if you're in 20 contract, if you're heavy, I'm a little heavy right now. If you're in heavy, right, that's where you trim 20 contracts, 25 contracts. If you're in, I'm in heavy. So right now I'm obviously tight butt cheeks. All right. Let's go Brandon token. All right, you're blocked. I have no affiliate. I just don't even advertise for that. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like I told you guys, it was a risk off thing. I'm not trading with size at all. I'm just, letting the market decide what it's gonna do. This choppy action is ridiculous at this point. You get things melt up and then they just come back up. But that's ridiculous. That QQQ like 5 minute like chart right now is insane. Absolutely
Go.
insane.
Go, Microsoft. Stop it. Jeez, what is this? This is like playing cards with your brother's kids. Come on, go.
This is margin chop Monday there.
Yeah, guys, I'm I'm actually green on the trade. I'm fluctuating back and forth, but if we do, this is the third time tapping this resistance 5 minute candle. This got pop, but if it does not and it goes back down below 321.25, I'm gonna cut. Qs are struggling, but they know they have a gap fill. I think Qs are about to pop to 383 for some reason. Fluctuating is the word of the day. I thought this said flatulence. Come on, you've got a literal doll. You've got $2, Microsoft. Take that from the. Oh man, I almost made a joke. Never mind. I'm up $400 on Microsoft, so I'm just waiting. Nice little scalp on Tesla. High five.
I would hate to be in Tesla.
All right, I'm about to blue skidoo out of Microsoft here. I'm trimming exposure. I'm lightening this right now. Right now.
Order filled.
All right. I'm gonna dampen the blow that it looks like it's about to happen right there. There it is. Um. hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it good, guys. I'm gonna call it good. We'll let this 5-minute candle close here, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But I just trimmed out of a good bit of exposure green. So let's see if we get the remainder of this gap fill. I'll allow a bounce 3 at my stop loss. Dude, what is Zoom doing right now? The Zoom is, oh my gosh, bro. It gap filled, so there's that.
Yeah. How about a gap for the water?
Are you gonna take it short below 197?
No.
You
It's
just-
a bounce.
I got a bounce level at 195.55. That's the only reason I say that.
This market melt up is ridiculous.
And Broly, y'all need to leave Neo alone. You're gonna get sued by China. Social credit -10, dude. Eton, I want you. Wait, you guys talking about AMC? Chill out. Watch AMC tap $32 today. No, you're doing great, dude. Obviously good at it. Keep doing it. All right, guys, if you trimmed exposure on Microsoft, great job. So we actually got out. I got out because I averaged down on this bounce here. I was able to get out of the trade, the majority of the trade green. I'm turning red right now on the main remainder of the contracts. I've lost about 134 bucks out of the original 400. So I'm gonna go ahead and obviously I'm really green today. I'm hoping for that's what I was hoping for right here, another bounce. I am really green off of Nvidia puts, which have already TP'd, and Microsoft puts, which have already TP'd, and Apple puts, which I've already TP'd, and VIX calls, which I've already TP'd. So I'm simply looking to get out of this trade, and then I'll sit and watch, and we'll see where the market takes us. But I'm getting ready to go ahead and call it. Stomped out a little bit. And Neo just had news. Yo, when Neo has news, short it because apparently that's all that it does. Platform, this is TradeStation. I think I'm gonna sit on my hands. Make sure you wear gloves. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Neo news equals short. Yep. Okay, bounce here on Microsoft. If it hits 321.75, then it should go back up to high of day, which is total crackhead energy, but we'll take it. God, my hands are solidifying in front of me. Yeah, top shelf swing trades. Fucking this man's about to go on vacation to freaking Bermuda. Let it retest. Yo, Facebook though, they really want that down.
Yeah, they're trading. It's trading like the Qs.
Big facts. Vacation incoming. Bathe in the glory, Uncle Rolly. mRNA could work for a bounce trade around 297. That probably looks good. I'm not a big pharmaceuticals player, but
Yeah, be careful. Remember what Deanna talked about this morning, guys, with pharmaceuticals.
is anybody in Microsoft? Let me know now, because I'm gonna let you know my final exit here. You are? Okay, you cut Microsoft. Okay, cool. I'm waiting. You have a couple. Short Microsoft. Chill out, Kev. Chill out, deep breaths. Hold on, man. Save that energy for about 30 minutes. All right, now, if this closes like, yeah, that's it. That's a cut right there. All right, no problem, guys. This is Stompy. I'm done. Good trade. Good average down. Crazy price action. I'm done. So
Order rejected.
why not? Can I leave this trade, please?
So guys, yeah, I just realized that this is a joke at this point. I don't even like this price action to try to trade anything, but let's see.
Yo, Microsoft is now bouncing. Okay, well, I'm glad my order rejected. No, it's not really worth it. I think I'm just gonna. I'll watch this candle close, but I'm done.
Guys, by the way, don't feel bad for Zoom. 100% transparency.
filled.
It's just another trade.
Yep.
You let your emotions get in. Not meant for this.
Order rejected.
Stop. Let
It's
me.
just another trade. Anything that's lost gets recovered.
Make a
Just be
trade.
patient.
Make a
With your
trade.
patience, that's what it's
Order filled.
Okay, we're good.
Be patient.
All right, we're good, guys. There goes Manny. So, all these setups talk about balances, wedges, gap fills, heavy backtest instead of superior. So just understand they work by others trading them. While they just So I mean, I've traded every single one of those so many times that the act of doing it repetitively has been um it has been the back testing process. Everything that I do, I test and I backtrack and I recap. Um, I when I first started trading, there goes the bounce on Microsoft. So if anybody's still in Microsoft, watch it for high of day right here. I got out because of price action, but I'm okay if it goes back up for high day, whatever. Again, I'm extremely green from the swing trades coming into today. So, but yes, winter hello. Yes, the like things like gap fills and stuff like that are high percentage plays. But does that mean that they're always going to work out? No. And especially in this environment, it could be tough. So
Yo, Zoom is gonna bounce here, dog. No way. No way.
are you in?
No, bro, I'm not in. I realized the loss. Nah, this shit bounces. I'm gonna pick this out.
Let me see.
I don't know. I'm good though. I'm not even like. I don't even care. I'm watching Spy.
It could bounce, but it could just simply go and retest 200 before
Yeah, that's
dying.
why it is what it is. So this is the second time that Zoom rips from one day to the other, and it fades the next day. This is not gonna happen the third time. The third time I'm fading Zoom completely.
Big gate.
This side just gotta be patient. Be patient.
Uncle Jacob, yeah, we exited out of all of our short.
Q's rejected HMA again. Much Spy's gonna probably try to go up into the VWAP most likely. Don't take any puts on
Steve Garrett, what do you mean?
Yeah. Wait a minute. LOL. Zoom.
Look at Microsoft. Microsoft as well. It's going back up. So if anybody's still in Microsoft, watch to close. Yeah, everything just bounced. And there goes So no, I'm not gonna fucking let that just go. Fuck that.
Nice Spy right there just moved into VWAP. Let's see if it gets accepted or rejected. 454.
No, dude, I feel like this is the third time, bro. It's going back up. It's gonna go fill the gap. At least
Order filled.
Fuck you. Sorry, excuse my language. I just got back in. I went with way less size. I wouldn't even. You don't even have to chase that, guys. You can wait for the gap fill. So you can wait for the gap fill, and then you can short it again because that's exactly what I'm looking for on Microsoft is because of the gap to the downside. I want Microsoft down to 316. Yeah, I see him.
I'm sure tech should be picking up
Mm,
on Facebook. It's just
yeah, things are crazy right now. I have to admit, I'm watching the Qs and I'm watching Microsoft.
Guys, what's the take on Spy on that? Guys, 54 for stacking.
Uncle Garrett or Chief Garrett though, I don't know what you're insinuating by that, but he does have a channel, yes.
That's a good Spy right now. 454 was already clear. I gotta be patient at this point. Nice patience. Nice. ES squeeze, everybody. They got fucking Zoom.
Yeah, I hopped back into Microsoft for that reason. So Snow. Oh man, Snow had a crazy looking setup. Shit. I wouldn't take Snow until it hits 338.
Wow, look at that short on ES. Nice. Oh, they just rated the fuck out of the bids. Oh, market maybe fully bids.
Dude,
Hello, Moto.
I'm looking at Microsoft and I'm looking at everything is this look hold on. Look at this 5 minute on Microsoft. Yeah, play that if you wish. Look at this. Do you see that? Hell no.
Yeah, look at Facebook. Facebook is heading down. I think everything's gonna start freaking out. Wow, they're holding Microsoft. That's weird.
Dude, yeah, they're really, really holding Microsoft right now. Yeah, dude, it's actually a little disorienting, but that is exactly kind of what I'm expecting today. I do not expect. Yeah, I would actually, if you're not in anything, I would sit and watch and wait, because things are about to get really interesting here. I knew I should have come to school today.
That's exactly what it is.
Am I
That's
watching?
crazy. Zoom is literally like the contracts are getting to break even, dude. I'm so pissed, man. Wow, Zoom, you are so useless with the damn thing, man.
Oh my God.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
We'll see. I'm not gonna place my wager right now on whether or not the market's gonna plummet again today. There's a massive gap to the upside. We're at a key support as well. Um, I think right now market is probably digesting, looking forward into the future. Sorry. Yeah, right, Zevo.
On Monday.
Margin call Monday. Yeah, no one's getting away with shit today. Oh my God.
Yes, margin call Monday.
You guys think Tesla will jump back up eventually? Eventually. Yo, Snow filled its gap and oh man, I don't want to. Yeah, I saw that news on them. What is GRTX and why is it ripping? Oh my God. Okay, so my gut right now is telling me that we're likely going to get a gap fill. That is like the most likely scenario, but that's just my gut. I could be wrong. I see a pennant forming here on Microsoft. The Qs look absolutely cracky. That's usually how it goes, guys. Is the media is going to pump a narrative and market makers go against that grain. And that's called liquidity provided. So these news they've been working in cahoots, man, for ages. I mean, you can correlate these articles with movements to the upside and stuff like that, or the downside, or counterintuitive movements. So I think that QQQ can gap fill as well, personally, but I've also seen the opposite. I've seen continuations to the downside. So what did Zoom do? Yeah, but look at those candles, dude. Yeah.
No, it's a volume also.
303. What is that? 202 mark or 201.80? That's can't seem to.
Well, it's fine. What my margin call getting at? Let's go. Travel down.
I'm out. It's crazy. Bear trap. I mean, I think today might be a trap.
Yeah, no, today is full trap mode. They're gonna trap longs, trap shorts. Everybody's getting squeezed.
Zoom not volatile for a strangle. No, not yet. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I grabbed some SPX. I'm probably gonna let this ride the whole day. We'll stop loss out day.
9:30 we had $30 calls, 318 for AMC. Throwing that out there. It's the only major flow that we've gotten.
Like this 3-minute close for SPY.
Dude, NVIDIA with the perfect gap fill. Guys, that swing was so nasty on NVIDIA. That was amazing.
That was a killer swing.
Well, I'm ready to short it now, so kill it. $30 call on AMC. So is anybody in anything?
You guys don't have to get in with me. This, like I said, this is a trade.
Yeah, is anybody in anything?
Things can go either way. You know, you don't have to get in by recovery trades. Show me that multi. Show me that margin pop.
Order filled.
By the way, I suggest you guys watch that movie if you get a chance.
No, I'm not gonna hire GRTX. No, I'm not. I have no idea why that's pumping. I don't play that kind of stuff. AMC Facebook put. I'm in FedEx and HD puts and SPY puts. I'm in a Louis Duffel after those swings. Let's go. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
What does that
The
mean?
numbers makes.
I know what a duffel bag is, and that's it. So, I heard Drake talk about it before. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Dips on SPY keeps getting bought up by algorithms.
We're sitting flat at gaps, dude. It's kind of weird.
So SPY is doing the same fucking setup it's been, excuse my language, been doing for like the last couple of days. It literally goes up and then comes down and then it gets a giant red candle and goes to all day. Just throwing that out there. Literally, I feel like this is the deja vu moment. It's the exact same trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you guys are at it, day trades are going to be tough right now. Be careful. Sit and watch. Learn. I think Zoom goes short here, dude. I think they open up a short right here on Zoom.
Here's the thing: it would have been nice, to hold and break even, but like at this point, I had my stop loss on like 198. So when the bids just kept going down and then the Qs were, getting so QE, I didn't want to stand the trade. So I realized I lost. You have to always remember you gotta have a specific tolerance and you gotta, stick to your stop losses. When you go against your stop losses, that's when your account goes to zero.
I've never been more prepared to lose. Oh God.
Yeah, the margin call was it's a pretty like straightforward movie. They're basically the whole funds portfolio was just balls deep in real estate equity, and real estate equity was starting to take shit. So they dumped all of their positions, guys. These guys basically call it the giant melt of the market, and that's it. Nothing happened. One person goes to jail, maybe that's it.
You know what my dream
Oh, there
is?
you go.
I wanna acquire enough shares of Facebook, just get super rich, just find people like, hey, you own Facebook shares? Like, let me buy those.
My God.
You know?
Has nobody seen Netflix today?
Dude, what's Roku doing? Oh wow, look at Roku too. Netflix, what is it doing? Oh my God, that thing tested 100 or 600. Oh shit, yo, that thing is right. I wouldn't chase that now, but damn, that thing is slap up against downtrend.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at the low volume. Bro. The volume is super sketchy.
That thing,
Super, super
that thing
sketchy.
can get swacked.
Yeah, it just takes one big, big pool. That's it.
What about one big pull? Okay. All right. Hey, y'all. So I think that Microsoft has filled enough of its gap that it doesn't want to do it anymore. I think I'm looking now at the 15-minute. I think that's enough. I don't think it's going to go to 328. But I also don't think that I'm going to take any new positions on it. I would like to see Microsoft lose and get back down to 318. I'm okay with opening this trade up at the way that it opened. So I could take it short below 318, but I feel like we got our catalyst to the downside. I don't really want to trade. I don't want to open any new positions. You got the Build Back Better plan talks happening. That's a thing. So I'm a little bit hesitant.
Like they call Mondays, Gary.
Margin call Mondays. Yeah, Apple is making a doji in the middle of a gap. It's lost. It's lost like last year's Easter eggs.
Nice, fine. So you guys see what I mean? That's the exact same trade that I have been seeing happen every day. Spike flushes hard, comes back up hard, and then flushes harder. It's the same repetitive patterns, man. The market trades it with the same algorithms every day. You catch on to their game, you're gonna win.
There we go.
But there's a 453 big pool. Nice.
Watch Microsoft 317.
Margin call Mondays.
Can I take a look at FedEx's gap? Yeah.
I'll show you. I hate FedEx. I hate trading that. What do you guys like trading that company?
It can be fun sometimes. Oh man.
Market.
Yeah, you're actually getting to a pretty key level of 246.75, but it looks good. That's a good gap to fill.
I saw 453 pull again on the bids.
Watch that fill at 245.30. Yo, I might short Zoom, dude.
You do whatever you want. I'm all out of that. I would be happy if you make money out of that.
I'll short it for
It
you.
will be,
For Manny. Not God and country, but Manny. Wait, hold on. These contracts are kind of ass. Ugh. Why they look like that, Manny? What's up, y'all? Elfriza C. Necetan Tantos Monet. I feel like you just asked me in Spanish if it's necessary to have all of these monitors, and I'm going to answer you in not Spanish. Yes.
what was that he said?
Fuerza Z.
Gary, just send a screenshot here.
Just say it.
Just send a screenshot here.
Just, that is easier. The butcher, the language butcher. That's what they call me. Microsoft guys, if you took that with big stepper signal downside, I have 318.50 to the downside here. If you took Microsoft to the downside,
C.
C.
Yeah, like I mean, it really depends. You don't need all those monitors, but they help.
Say it in Spanish. What am I losing so much money? Probably because you are running before you can even crawl.
Or just throwing this out there, or are you aping into stuff?
Yeah. All right, yo. I like the 195 puts for Zoom. I'll buy a few here.
Order filled.
Oh damn! I don't like how. Do you ever get suspicious whenever
I'm
they
trying to figure out how to change this tone. I can't figure it out.
the tone on the order filled guy?
Yeah, I want him to be nicer.
I kind of wanted it more dark, like more deeper, like order
You
filled.
can change it for it to be like beep. But I can't figure it out. I keep going to preference everywhere. Can't get it.
It does actually. It feels like the Mortal Kombat guy. Ready, fight. It's the same thing.
You did. You did. I will.
Order ignored.
Let's go, ES. Give me that little day because you know damn well you're useless without Powell. Without Powell, you would literally be Alpha tripping.
Yo,
Get it over with.
I might have to take Microsoft as well.
I'll show you Microsoft.
I will. I'll go right to your house, Bill. Take these shares from you.
Why do you bounce little day? Do you really think anybody cares about you bouncing? Nobody cares, dude. Just flush, just die. Nobody. 401ks is just a bunch of numbers that don't even exist.
This week,
They're gonna die.
I grabbed a few light. Why did SOPA halt? Isn't SOPA a delicious dessert?
Those 401ks are gonna expire worthless.
Society Pass? Is this like a get out of jail free card company or something? I have no idea why that halted, homie.
Because margin call Monday.
SOPA, yeah, I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Yeah, just keep saying they gap up. I don't understand. Microsoft's 288 or 318.81. What am I talking about? Oh, it was added to the Russell 2000. That's why.
Oh, there goes my little day pushing.
Yep. You know, it'd be great if people stopped looking at Zoom as if it was a real company.
Yeah, it's not a real company. My God, look at these reversals of those days.
That's the last bounce for me, y'all. I'll take if we.
Stop it. This pretty stuff.
Opti, can you hear me? Oh shit. He was booted. Damn. Just send him a new invite. Send him a new invite. I'm in a glass case of emotions. Sounds like you got to remove yourself from the market.
What is going on with you?
Who, me? No, I'm not reading. It's not me.
Whoever said that, are you okay?
Yeah, right. That was deep. Yo, we have a member in our chat called Simp Police. It is what it is.
All right, dude. I'm gonna head out. There's something I gotta do regardless, but I'm gonna probably stay in this puts. If Garrett, please, I hope you don't forget. If the market by any chance just reverses, can you text me?
I will. Yes, trying to remember to
Just
do
blow
that.
me up. Garrett is gonna forget, but just blow me up, please. Just add me. I get notifications.
201.85 is my stop loss on Zoom because I'm not playing around today. So, have you guys noticed that we've look at snow? It has stayed.
Hey, everybody.
Have a good day, man. Thank you. Yeah, if snow stays in that range, any targets mRNA to the upside, I'll take a look. I'll look at whatever you guys want. I'm just fruit goofing. Fruit Booting. 322.75 rejection. You got a gap up. Your gap filling. Your gap is filled. So now you're going to be looking for a bounce. I want to see 50%. So that's going to be 308. So you want to see Moderna reverse bounce back up to 308. NVIDIA. NVIDIA gap filled retesting supply. So supply and demand, guys. This is actually the same level that we entered those puts on Friday. This is exactly, we actually made a little bit of money just on the beginning of that. So right there, do you see my line? That's where we're retesting. So we break back above it. Now you're going to start watching the area of 283.85. So open up a new candle above 280, and that's where I would watch NVIDIA. And that's 284. I'm going to say 284, but 283.50. That's a good place to watch. So 50% fib, perfect. Okay, yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. But red day after a really good day Friday, market loves to humble me. I'll take it. Watch now. I get that back. There you go, Broly. It's good mindset, man. If you know that you're going to come back swinging tomorrow with a plan and execution and good risk management, then your percentage marks are higher than your average bear. So who is the other guy? Those are the other admins in our Discord. No. But yes, now. Yeah, I'm stomped out. 1 minute and 46 seconds. I let candles close, but yeah, you can cut if you wish. It was a risky play. If it's gonna reject, it's gonna do it here, but I've ever no. Yep. Yeah, I'm out. No big deal. I'm out. All right, that's the last one,
Order
guys.
filled.
Swing trades are a hitter. Break range. I'm gonna sit in here with you guys. Yeah, I am too. You can hedge yourself if you want, but I'm still hanging on to that because if you look at AA, it had a great recovery and it's actually turning up pretty well right now. So I like AA. But yeah, guys, I personally I'm sticking with exactly what I said today. In the morning, guys, this is a risky week to be playing. You guys can already tell the vibes right now are fucking weird. So let's not get caught up. 338, 35 for that person who messaged me about the snow. Right now it's 10:19. The general rule of thumb here is by 10 whatever. If your stock hasn't made a new high, then more than likely it's not going to, or it's going to be staying in range until maybe after lunch. I would heavily consider I'm gonna be sitting out. So if that's any consolation to you, but this does not seem like favorable conditions for me to be taking trades at the moment, especially at this point. I've had two trades that Microsoft, we came out pretty much clean. I wasn't red on that one. Zoom, I did take a small L on that. So I'm not looking at this point with the two or the three green, and you guys took swings from Rolly too. A lot of these swings were really green. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to my money at the moment, and I'm gonna avoid these type of fluctuations until we see some type of real news or some type of real catalyst. So just set your alerts. There are some decent setups. Snow has a really nice setup. Above 340, this has a gap to fill around 350. So I do think Snow could look really good. We know that Spy has a gap to fill. There goes Snow actually right now. But Broly, good attitude, man. Did I average down on AA? I did, yeah. I bought a little bit more, but if you're still in, you can just throw those up. It gapped down and then filled its gap and it's holding the gap. So I still like it. Yeah, you know what? And here's the thing, I'll step off for a little bit, but these are the times where so for me, like just giving you guys my thought process, right? So like when I'm thinking and feeling the market out as I am right now, I am trying to get a feel. Like what are people doing? What are people thinking? What is the movement like? What is relative volume? Are we breaking it? I can tell you right now that most stocks are moving up if they are on really, really low volume. Which means that any downside pressure is going to collapse this effort. So it is worth being very, very careful. And knowing the conditions that you're trading in are going to be tough. I discussed that this morning. That sentiment doesn't change for me. So um, for me, and again, guys, um, there are always going to be people like obviously other admins who are going to signal trades. If it is not in your you have to do what is right for you, not what is right for, and even if it's taking a signal, or you're just down and low on BP and you had a green day, but you obviously kind of just scraped out. The knowing and being aware of your mindset. How am I feeling right now? Am I already feeling like bummed out? Is this snowballing? Are things getting out of control? Like, take a minute to breathe. I agree. Yes, there's always trades, but a lot of the times we need to know, like, we want a good setup, we want a setup that we're familiar with, or whatever the case may be. So if that's how you feel, then just adhere to listen to how you feel, and don't take those trades until the trade comes to you. So you can take those shots, you can let the trade, develop, form, and take a better shot at it later. But that's just what I'm doing at the moment. Is I'm going to go ahead and let this kind of chop around. I'm going to stick with the trades that I have right now. I think my main watches are probably going to be Netflix, Nvidia, AA. I still like Microsoft. Microsoft's rejection here on the hourly speaks volumes to me, but I also am a big proponent of not shorting support. I'm not going to short support. So if Microsoft clears 317.65, I will take it short at that point. And at that point, we'll take it down to 316 even. 316 even, break you into the gap. The gap fills at 313, 312.50. So there's a ton of room for profit, and I will take that opportunity when it presents itself. So Spruce. So I actually struggled with that as well. Um, a lot of the times, actually, if you ask Manny or any of these other cats, they will tell you that I used to signal some really last year was a different year for me. I was trading differently only because the market provided that opportunity to do so. So I mean, like, I was taking smaller cap companies and scraping out 200-300%. But I remember a picture. I used to write on a mirror rather than a board. Um, I don't know why. I just thought it was cool. I used to write on a window too, but so I would be writing, and I remember looking. I had it on a mirror, and I realized I had 15 open positions that all expired within the month. And as soon as I had that realization, I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, damn, like if we were to gap down, I get smoked. I'm done. You know what I mean? I am not and will never, uh, I've learned my lesson. I will never ever overexpose myself position wise. I would rather focus on one or two. And you guys will hear me all the time because think about how many people on TikTok and all sorts of places are always pointing and bringing up setups and different trades that they're in. Like it is absolutely one of the biggest temptations for me in my position to overtrade because I do see so many opportunities, but I just have to if only through going through it as I've learned to be patient with it. But I know what a setup incompletion looks like for me. And I need to see a multitude of different factors. And a lot of those the majority of those factors have to do with volume and sentiment, because at the end of the day, there's only a couple things that move stocks, right? And I always look at it like a farmer's market. Who has the juiciest apples, today? Whose for sale sign is lit up the brightest? And oftentimes that for sale sign or that fruit will just be some type of sentiment changing news article. So that's something to GMAC apples bring all the girls to the yard. That's funny. Um, but uh, but yeah, I just want to. How do you decide to straddle a company with earnings or not? That is actually a really great question. We talked about this last night. So the way that I usually do that is it's really simple. I go back and I look. How did it move on earnings? Um, so for I don't know why, but Etsy popped into my brain as soon as you said that. That is also because I played Etsy on earnings. If you step out to the daily, like let's say somebody said, "Hey, are you going to play earnings on Etsy?" My first instinct is to go and look at the earnings for the last 3 or 4 cycles. Okay, here on Etsy, earnings back in May 2021. This year, obviously, looks like it dropped from 183 down to 150. That's a pretty decent percentage gain. I that leads me to believe there's possibility to play it. Then I'm going to go look back. Okay, here we ended up getting a drop from 143.55 to 120. Decent move there. So I'm looking at historical data to see how does this stock respond to news, right? That's what I'm looking for. Back in the day, Nvidia or Snapchat, right? Snapchat has been a phenomenal stock to play on earnings because of the way that it moves. It moves really, really drastic because it deals with overvaluations because of its newness and place in the social media tech world. It does present a volatile situation, and it's also a retail trap. I think Snap is one of the most ugliest like retail traps. I mean, think about right here. I released a video basically expressing my short interest. Like I was short on Microsoft or on Snapchat. And a day later, I think it was like Motley Fool put out an article listing it as a buy. For 2 days straight, it rips to $82 to $83, excuse me. I hold positions to the downside for over 60%. I was down 60%. I was down $9,860. I still remember to this day. I didn't tell a soul. We weren't even really that big at this point. I was just dealing with my pain. I averaged up. I averaged up on a position that was really, really hurting me and way out of my risk management because I felt so strongly for it. And I went even longer. And one of the reasons why I did is it was just I'll go over that. That's a great question too. And that's the biggest thing. And that's I'm really glad that you asked me that. But what I saw, guys, was a clear opportunity to fill a gap down to 63 because the valuations weren't matching up with the fundamentals. It just wasn't. And that's where fundamental evaluation comes into play. And I watched other people's, okay, it's not just me, I watch Tom Nash. I watch Patrick Boyle. I watch I always forget his name. I'll pull him up. He's a CFA. Larry Chiung. Check out his page. I'll post the link for it. It's CF. He's a CFA. And I'll post it right here. Um, he's great. I love listening to all sorts of creators. And he's one that for long term equity. He's one of the people that I watch when it comes to a lot of these tech names like Roku. Me and him have similar valuations on Roku. So all that being said, and again, if you guys didn't see, here it is right here. On September 19th. I posted my short valuation.
How's it going, everybody? It is Garrett, Simple Stacks Investment.
Is it? Um, so why you gotta look at the camera like that, dude? Chill out. That's me right now. But anyway, so strike price. How did I choose a strike price? So a lot of this will just happen in my mind, right? I'm not necessarily using a calculator or a ruler or anything like that. I'm just simply going off of supply and demand. That's it. It's as simple as that. And even if you would like to go and pull up your pivot points, those are valid. So go to Snap and oh Jesus, Snap, and then you can pull up that daily, and then you take a look at this pivot point, and you'll notice that, and you could go back and pull up the historical pivot points as well. But you'll notice that when it drops down, it goes to those pivots, right? So $51, you can see held up. When I first went short on Snap, I noticed that there was a gap to the downside. Rolly will say it. I will say it. There is a huge, huge percentage. Uh, yeah, Rolly literally says it all the time. Is it almost guaranteed to fill? Most, if not all, gaps fill. And I don't know if they just leave it because they know it, but look at Apple. You guys, I've been saying that Apple's gaps were going to fill for weeks now, feeling really wrong and some during some parts of that short. But eventually, those gaps are going to fill. Microsoft will go fill that gap. That gap at 315.35, 312, 333. That's going to get filled. So when I'm picking a strike price, I'm normally looking at where is my nearest supply bottom and top. So for me, if I was up here at $75 on Snap, the top of supply is going to be at 66, and that's actually 50% of the gap presented. Irrelevant really here. But that would be the first strike price that I'd be looking at, right? Obviously, I don't want to put too much risk out there because we know that earnings plays do present heavy risk. So Snapchat right here, the first level on top, 66.50. The median. So I don't really discuss this very much because I don't know if it's in a book again. It's not something that I regularly use all the time. But if I was to go and drop this down, do you guys notice so here's supply, okay? I split it in half, 50% mark, and you'll find that 50% of that's fibs, that's pivots, that's a lot of books are going to discuss the 50% mark. That was something that I intuitively noticed when I first started trading, and here it comes heavily into play, and you can already see the respect given to the 50% mark at $58. That's where we open up on the gap down. So you have three strikes, right? All three valid because you have the 66.50, that's the top of supply, that's the most bullish case. If you gap down, right, you're going to hit the top of supply. The median 58, that's another level that I would be watching because or looking to take. I would likely take the $60 put if that's where I'm going. I'm going to round up or down, one of the two.
Garrett, real quick, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
Just 2 seconds. Just a couple things since we have a lot of new folks, and it never hurts repeating something that I've used my entire trading career, which is a long time. So I love trade gaps. Everybody that I've ever worked with knows that. Garrett's great at it, Steph, a lot of guys. But this is a good rule of thumb. 80% of the time, an equity will fill the gap. And when this is the key, is 80% of the time they will bounce. So you can trade down to the gap fill, and remember, probability's on your side. 80% of the time, that's going to pop once the gap's filled. Gaps on the VIX, which is an oscillating index, not an equity. The gaps fill on the VIX 100% of the time. If you know those two things, as you're a new trader, you're going to make a lot of money. So see you guys.
Thank you, brother, so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, and you guys heard it from a pro. So, if you're sitting down, and I'm metaphorical. You're sitting down and someone's giving you percentage values on your success rate. And they're like, all right, well, here's a head and shoulders pattern. And it has a 65% win rate or 85% win rate. And then someone's like, here's a bear flag with a 25% win rate. And they're like, pick one. There you go. Right. Like there's that there. And you can go look at the percentage. I'll post a website later. There are people who count and record the success rates of certain patterns. And gaps are one of the highest probability plays, and usually even as much as just taking 50% of a gap. But again, Rolly said it, I'll say it. Most of the time, those gaps are going to get filled. So, yeah, Rolly deserves a day off after his bat is probably broken. He just hit such a hard home run. Dude probably threw out his shoulder. So Opticy, send him the link and everything, and then I already tell him to check again if you're talking about that. I did see your text. Yeah, re-invite him. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think he may have left and couldn't get back in. Unless he said something crazy or something and somebody booted him, but oh God, Manny, what are you doing? How rough is today, y'all? Look at that. Look at the bounces. Look at the range. Watch you go and bounce and go and fill that gap to the outside. There's nothing here, guys. Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm not so this is never did nope. You know what I'm saying? Like nope, that doesn't not happening. Like I'm not I would never not doing it, but so just real quick like okay, let's do it right now. Okay, let's go look at MU. We have earnings today. We're going to do this live. All right, we'll do MU. What was the other one that we have? Hold on. MU. What Nike? Okay, let's do Nike at MU. All right. We'll do these together. This is not a recommendation to take these plays, but I'm just giving you guys my thoughts. I will be wrong, possibly, but I'll give you my honest 100% opinions on the potential positions given here. All right, so number one. Now, if you have, and I'll throw this out there, if you have a better insight on the fundamentals, by the way, SOPA is curling to the upside. Those of you guys in equity, SOPA, SOPA, moving for the wick fill at $8. Watch the wick fill on SOPA to $8.75. We're currently strangling Nike. Okay, cool. So Nike to the upside. I'm going to keep this really, really simple. All right. So the previous, you'll have to excuse my daughter, guys. She's pissed for just because she's a baby. Okay, so Nike right here. There's two different levels that I'm watching and I'm seeing immediately. Okay, and I'm gonna mark these out as if I was planning a trade. if anybody is not live, I'm gonna disconnect some people. If you guys mute your mic, then I'll probably disconnect you, unfortunately. I gotta make sure there's room for everybody. There should be room now. Yeah, my daughter's in the phase where for no reason she's just mad. So for no reason. There's just none. You're like, hey, what's wrong? And she's like just as confused as you are. She's like, what? I'm crying. So Nike. Here's the general idea for me. Last earnings had us running up to a new high where we unfortunately saw multiple rejections around the whole number and 177.75. Nike has had their dividends when usually after dividends they will fall. You can look at that. That is historical. So they've fallen after dividends into earnings. Now, historically speaking, Nike normally on a good earnings, right? So here on earnings we're at 145. We end up dropping. Excuse me. Sorry. So not much. So you actually a close at 142 and open at 139. So a little $2 move. Going back earnings again, really tight, not very no movement here from earnings on Nike. Still full. TX Scooter, are you in here? I don't want to boot you, but Nick, anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect those people. So okay. Anyway, so Nike, I'm selecting strike prices. I'm looking for Nike up and downside. I see the bottom of supply is at 166. Okay. So that is the first target up that I would be looking at. I would be looking at the 165 strike and the 170 strike to the upside. You could go with all-time highs or near highs at 175. That is also valid. Now to the downside, the first strike that I'd be looking at is 150. Now, obviously that's $6 away. You are falling into earnings. But that is where I would be looking at. And it's this simple. And the last research or the last bit of research you need to put in is how the hell does it move on earnings? Historically speaking, its earnings move happens afterwards in the days following. So to take a earnings play on Nike expecting an immediate move there's a smaller percentage that's going to happen based off of the data that I have available now. So going back after COVID, which obviously had an impact, you did see a small drop from 98 down to 93. Not crazy, really not enough for me. Here we close at 117, open up at 127. Decent, but I've seen better moves. Earnings here, we close at 140, open up at 143. $3 move, not enough. Go here, 143, open, or close, 140, open. Not enough for me. So far, there's been 2 earnings in the last 2 years that have actually given us some decent movement immediately. So I would not play this. That's me. If you have a strangle setup or you see something different or you've done fundamental research or you know what's going on at Nike somehow, like just because you're into supply and demand, or whatever the case may be. I'm technical, right? That's my first strong suit. So I'm always going to be looking at technicals and then I dig in to what I'm, the ladder later. So that's what I would be saying or give you for Nike. And the funny thing is that it is near and around the same marks that it has been at previous earnings. So you'll notice the earnings open here, 152. We're a couple marks, so we're a couple dollars away from it. And then here on this earnings, we're at that earnings. So we're literally the last 2 earnings, we're in the same exact place. So either Nike does really, really well, or it's probably in a really, really volatile spot. So maybe it does open up the opportunity. Maybe supply and demand issues, or supply issues have been an issue, and it does affect Nike's going forward. Um, I know I just bought 2 shoes from Nike, so I hope they go up, but it's expensive. I can't believe shoes cost this much. I'm still a frugal dude. Um, anyway, that was a really long explanation, but that's basically my method. It takes about 20 or 30 minutes for me to select a strike price on a play like this. Now let's go look at MU. So MU, obviously semiconductor industry moving strong. I've never played MU earnings. I see we had a falling wedge that came out really, really nice. It's probably one of my favorite patterns here. As you can see, really, really nice trajectory on that. So let's go ahead and set some levels. So the first level, obviously all-time highs. You can, if you want, just take a little cheat code. Let's throw up the pivot points. So we're going to go ahead and just mark our pivots. I'm not even going to put a lot of effort into this because I do trust the pivot point system for supply and demand. I do. It's a trustworthy indicator. You can go and straighten them up. Patchy, thanks for the Nike rundown. Learned a lot from that. Awesome, dude. Thank you. That's great. I love it. Sorry, I call her great, dude. All right. So S2, supply 2, S3. All right, and then I go take the pivots off, and then I go and I mark up anything else that I see, any other macro. So here's another level there. And then obviously the top, that's $88, which I'm gonna call it, yeah, 88. Okay, so here's the deal. Micron moving up from bottom. I would say and I do factor in the 200-day EMA, $75 to the downside. That's a obvious level for MU for me. MU is just overbought. Earnings. Now this is the big part, right? How do we move? That's fine. So I'll tell you right now, easy targets to the upside, $90 strike to the upside, 75 to the downside, maybe even 72. I'm not looking at I'm not looking at it. I don't see the chain right now. I'm just giving you guys immediately my thoughts about where I would want my strike prices. So that's to the downside 75, to the upside 90. And I would set up a straddle like that. Now, something else to factor in is obviously how does it move? How are we going to move after earnings? So let's take a look. $73, that's where we open up on earnings, and we open up or we close, and the next day we open at 71. Not very good. Earnings here, looks like we closed around 187 and we opened up at 82, bounced, and then ended up seeing a new low of 76. Not enough volatility, not enough movement. I want pain, or let's not word it that way. I want pain, or I want to move up. So Micron here. All right, Micron's at 88.50, open 92. Not terrible. That's decent, but not enough for any weekly option play to avoid an IV crush. That is the main goal. You need enough movement to avoid the IV crush, and you really preferably would like to be as outside of the money far enough to be to avert or miss that. I'm not sure if anybody took the society pass. Did anybody take that, Curl? Dim, are you playing? Sopa? I'm not. Practice not trading things. Yeah. Anyway, so Micron, I'm not really seeing any formidable movement. So I don't know if it just doesn't have. You did take it? Damn, Dim. You're like a stock sniper. So anyway, I personally, now this is a new earnings, new season. Maybe things will change a little bit, but both of these, oh my God, 18, basically what, $1,900 in and out? That's amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Nice job, Tim. Okay. TikTok. What indicators do you use or trust the most? I trust the whole ribbon indicator for long-term trends. I always volume first, always. Volume moving averages and RSI. So I mean, like those are my basics, but you know, Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica. Blah, blah. Oh my God, you tried futures on Binance but lost a lot of money. I've heard a lot of people unfortunately doing that. Thoughts on Apple puts? Uh, I don't know. They have rats? That's an option? Ew. 10,000 rats? If I had a rat cannon, maybe shoot rats at hypersonic speeds. Let's go. Um, that's a really interesting gift. That's funny. Um, y'all have to kick the crazy to get rid of the rats. Yeah, but what is the rats MO? What do I think of Binance to trade crypto? I don't have an opinion on that at all. Do you think Oracle gap fills to $90? The acquisition definitely could influence that. You're at the well below the 50% mark, so it's about that time. How do I define a gap? Um, Most of the time, opening up a new day at a significantly lower um, open or close. So right here on SPY, we closed at 560, and then we opened up around 554. That's a gap. So now you see this hourly gap that will get filled. So whether we have a Christmas rally or whatever the hell that may be, or if they decide to yank our chain and pull it back up, you know, that's kind of where I would suspect that to happen. Guys, I'm still short on Zoom. Look at Zoom. That thing looks like it's gonna dump. Watch it below 200. Especially below 199 60, but Christmas is canceled this year. Who said that? I'm not trading right now, guys. And if think about how many traders here and the admins are not trading right now. Just to throw that out. So up $1,500 on Tesla scalps today, set the last limit, and now we go work out. Shock G, let's go, man. You've been crushing it. But yes, I do think Oracle fills that gap. You gonna shoot some rats? Yeah, right. Nah, I would find a gas can and I would shoot and set the ground on fire. No rats. Rats defeated. What? What? Oh yeah, can you have the Adobe info? Absolutely. You want me to just read it out? Just kidding. I'll mess it up. I'm just joking, dude. Alrighty. Can I look at anything for anybody before I hop off? What percentage of my portfolio will I place on a confident trade? Well, I also don't trade. I don't have my full portfolio in my trading account. I still operate within the same strategy that I started with, right? Just different version. So for me, I will trade my account. I'll start every month with the same amount, and then the gains that I get from that are put into my long-term equity, or they're put into obviously paying myself. So that's how I use it. So when I'm looking at like, okay, what percentage of my portfolio, I hardly even have, you know, maybe 5% of my portfolio in my account, but that technically gets smaller and smaller every time. So you know, if I have 25K, you know, maybe I'm putting 2,500 into each trade. you know, like just to give you a dollar amount. So this has helped me a lot too. Yeah, so nothing's changed for me. I still struggle with psychological numbers. So sometimes you know, if my account rips too hard and I almost have to give myself a loss. You know what I mean? Like I have to be in control of the loss in order to be like, okay, now I gotta start. It almost like reignites the journey. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, I just took my 25K account to 63K. Now I'm back down to 25. Like, but I'm still good. I'm still in a great mood. I'm still happy. I'm still motivated. But I also have just closed out most of my risk. And I did that from 500 to 10 grand. Um, Probably over like 16 times. 25 to 60. Well, that's just an example. Actually it was $700 to 56K. Yeah, that is a scarecrow. The euphoria, dude. The euph- the euphoria was. I still get euphoria when I think about that. When you see indicators run, they make no money trading on the long run. What? Um. Okay, but anyway, Microsoft dumping. Let's go. Oh, Microsoft looks heavy. I will enter whether I'm on live or not at the Wickfield 317 below it. Guys, please, if you're actually, I will say right now, if you're going to enter a position, here's how you would navigate it. If you were going to short it, you would go out till next week and you would select the target price. That would likely be 316, the top of the gap fill. But you would also know that at the top of 321.36, you would likely need to cut because you're going to reverse and you're going to go head up. Um, on the contrary, you're shorting support. So you would rather get in before you hit support because you don't want to short support. Those are the plays that you enter and they go red immediately, and they're the hardest to manage because you didn't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? There was just a, oh shit, I'm red. Now what do you do? You know, like, okay, oh, I just lost more than I was going to lose. Like the risk management's gone, everything's gone. So, um, yeah, Apple still has its gap. So Apple can go to 166.75 before all is said and done. Can I look at Netflix? Yeah. So I was just looking at this actually. So yeah, there it is. So I actually think that Netflix is following this trend right here. It kind of looks like the beginning of a wedge. So one of the reasons why I feel like we're not out of the woods and bears aren't going to completely take over quite yet. There's still gaps to fill and stuff like that. But at the moment, Netflix is and has touched the 605 mark. If you go down to the hourly too, let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I definitely have that. It's actually really unusual because if you pull up the 4 hour or you look at the higher time frame extended hours trading, it looks a little bit different. But in my opinion, obviously it looks different, but it does look as if it's already rejected a downtrend. Anyway, Netflix at the moment looks like it's beginning the rising or the wedge formation with this slanted support. So I would be watching Netflix above 605 for upside, and I honestly don't know if I would touch it to the downside until you make a clear definitive break below 585. So it looks like it's ready to hold up, and you also have to think that if we lock down, Netflix is likely a stock that could go up rather than down. So if we do end up seeing a lockdown, oh my God, Zoom, look at that go. Zoom's popping. I'm glad I didn't short it. Stupid stock. I don't even play Zoom. Actually, I will tell you right now that when I was a new trader, or when I was trading Zoom, I don't trade Zoom. I learned really quickly that that was either you either caught it when it was 180 to 400 or you're getting scraps. So Biden is speaking right now, guys. Oh my gosh. I got, this caffeine. All right, I'll be right back. Actually, instead of logging off, I'll be right back. I'll come look at the rest of your tickers and then we'll go ahead and take a break. Right. My daughter's mad. Wow, SOPA. Still moving up. SPY's falling here. Oh, oof. 450. You lose 450 on SPY. Did excuse me. Nice. Excuse me. Affirm. What about it? All right. I feel okay, but my long is still. I'm not taking anything. I have no want to trade because I don't want to trade in these conditions because I don't like it, and that's about as simple as it gets. I don't like these conditions. I'd rather see more blood. I like where Microsoft is at. I like the target system, but I'm not going to take it until I see it. Right now, it's at the level that I want it to go. It could go drop from this level, from three. If it breaks this level right here, 318.50, then you got 317.50. Dollar moved at the downside. So all right. Good morning. Ready for some hand and arm simulator? Ha! Yeah, right. I'm actually gonna start going to the gym again. I haven't been in a long time. Last time I went to the gym, I was 200 pounds, so not fat. I'm not fat right now. Not where I want to be. I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Senator Carrie Lake, AOC, Senator Karen. Which one is that? Elizabeth Warren. I'm surprised she even tweeted after talking her shit. You said Ford. Sure, I can look at. Oh my god. Ford's back down on support, so might be another bounce opportunity. Rolly is always the Ford master. I think he's taking a little break right now. Looks like you're getting pretty close to, yeah, you're at a key support. That's $19 even. You've got another key support at night 1866. That's my daily 50 EMA. And these are obviously, this question's coming from TikTok, so but at the moment, you do and have shown, in my opinion, signs of profit taking pullback, also market condition pullback. Here you had a significant pop up with decent volume, and now you're moving back on lower or declining volume, meaning that if we can step up, and we can see buyers return, then we could see Ford make a significant new high, because I have it at 2250. I think Rolly's got this thing. He's been watching or playing that thing for a hot minute, but regardless, at the moment you're holding 19. Anywhere lower, I'm giving you two levels to the downside. So 1865 and $19 even are two places where you're going to want to bounce. Bouncing back up above 1975 would likely signify another chance at resistance. So, did anybody take Microsoft next week or anything like that? I mean, everything. Nvidia. Ooh, swing, sweet, low, sweet. Let me short you. 368 on Nvidia to the downside. Ugh, I like Microsoft better, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I feel, I have a feeling in my gut that I shouldn't really open up another position, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. I feel that way. I think one of the main reasons is we're either at resistance or support. So if you look at Netflix, if I zoom down on Netflix's 1 hour, and we're going to come off the top. So there's always, so this is where, and I'm not going to get into it now because it's a little bit complicated, but GAN fans oftentimes can, because there's always resistances like lower time frame resistance, right? So on the 5 minute you might find a trend line and it will adhere to that trend line, right? So in this case, and I'm actually going to turn on extended hours because it's going to be a little bit more uniform. So take a look at this. This is Netflix at the moment, and it does have a hourly reversal candle and is currently at entry below 594 for a pullback to 590. $4 move, pretty good. We also have things like Micron and Microsoft that are at not just pulling back, but pulling back slowly, and they are at support. If I was at resistance, I would want to see more volume and push. Now we could be waiting for news, or we could be waiting for news and this thing goes the opposite way. So it's one of the two. Market doesn't have anything to chew on, I don't think, at the moment. Um, but yeah. So in my opinion, I don't know. I have a weird feeling that I should wait for some type of catalyst, as always. If you're an Alcola and you want to open up a $50 put for this week, you can do that. It's up to you if you'd like to, or if you just want to cut the trade. But I already grabbed the $50 put right before I step back in the room, just in case. So, would you recommend tip ranks as an alternate to Benzinga? Yeah, of course. I would listen to the Squawk Box on Thinkorswim too. Baba, I could do TA on Baba. Make sure to leave a like. Baba is at 140. Ooh, I love shorting that company. It's too much. There's too much. Hopefully you opened up that short on the retest, but you're probably closer to a bounce than anything. If you go take a step back on the, ooh, that's the 1 minute. If you go step back on the daily, you'll notice that you are, hold on 1 second. So you're just about a breath away from 108, which is or one. I'm gonna call it 110. So you got a $4 move to the downside, I think. So you do have further downside, but on the lower time frame, you're showing signs of a bounce. So I would be careful there. Also, let me also say one more thing about Microsoft and why I'm not going to short it. I said that the gap was filled. Hold on. All right, we'll call it filled. Never mind. I was gonna say, I mean, I'm looking at extended hours, but I guess that's obviously not the correct price action. So that was 323.95. Um, I don't know. I still just have a feeling I should wait. So I'm gonna listen to my gut. That's one thing you gotta trust. Okay, so anyway, Baba, in my opinion, I think I see this going lower, but not before a retest. And I'm even starting to see a wedge form here on the 5 minute. So watch, yeah, there it is right there. So watch for a little pop up to 115.35, and then potentially a retest of around 116.62 if you do bounce. So watch that. What about SOPA? I think SOPA might give you another pop here. Maybe. You might get one more pop here. Looks like it's going to go for the wick fill. You just need to pop. Yeah, so buyers need to step up heavy here. We need buyers to push this thing up. You should squeeze out the shorts. Yep, just watching. I think one of the number one things you can work on is being okay not trading. That's probably the number one thing. Having other things to do. I mean, we have a pretty cool community here. You know, if you want to hop in, off topic and connect on video games or call shoes. I mean, we've had people reselling shoes and talking in there about all sorts of different money making opportunities or just whatever the case may be. You guys are more than welcome, obviously. But that's a good opportunity. I just always try and find Yeezys are ugly. I always try to find something to do. I am not a fan. Hold on one second. Live losing. Shadow Templar. Why are you here, weirdo? I'm gonna block you, so. Wichita, that makes sense. Um, that was weird. The light just went out. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Yeezys. I think some of them look okay, but alrighty guys. I'm pretty bored with the trading conditions right now. I'm not a low and slow. I want a little bit more volatility. So I'm gonna wait for that to occur. Any last questions? Key indicators always volume. John B, are you still in here, dude? I don't know if you're still in here. Oh, I was gonna answer you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I swung Nvidia puts. I had Apple puts in Microsoft. So I opened the day green pretty well, but I'm not really seeing a ton of there was a gap fill on Microsoft, but the execution on that one wasn't great. So I just went ahead and backed out. Just been watching. So Bones, let me keep it real with you, man. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as retail full time. Like you're not like a full time trader. I mean, you could have your own system or your own like little group, where you do 9 to 5, account management or something like that. But full time traders are in New York. Um, and having a dollar amount prerequisite, I think that in order to make money, it takes money, and that's the goal for most new traders is to get their account to a place where they can start building that foundation. So that's entirely up to your willingness to be patient and your discipline in making a plan and following risk management. So that's my opinion. So I personally don't think there's like a dollar amount because I've taken 500 to 10 grand and done it over and over and over again until I look back and had almost 90 grand. So um, it has everything to do with you. I really feel a bounce coming on Microsoft, man. I don't know why, but I could be wrong. Brian, I listen to Tom Nash and his DCF instructions are awesome. So like that's one way to one place to go. But that's where I've learned a lot. So where does the gap close on Microsoft? Good question. So the gap, it begins at 316 and closes at 313 basically. I think it's like 312 or something. Looks like SOPA. Watch SOPA, dude. That thing is there. It goes. There it goes. Damn, are you doing it again? I'm just asking. Because if you are, I'm gonna watch it. But if not, I'm gonna watch it. I think it might hit $10 here. Sopa. It needs to clear 985. What about Jordan Belfort? Uh, yeah, I'm not. Supa di Polo. Chicken soup. There goes Zoom, guys. Do you see the wedge? Watch Zoom back down to 200 here. Oof, that's rough. I think actually might go short. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I will talk to you guys and signal if I see anything, just like I did on Friday. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to DM me. Remember, guys, be patient, have a plan, set up a plan, start charting now. So maybe go look at your, if you go to TradingView, you can go take a look at this heat map really quickly right here and see what sectors are doing well, what sectors are not. See healthcare right here, more green than red when it comes to these top movers right there. But mostly everything except for Netflix is red. So, but you guys can keep your eyes peeled on things like that. And I'm going to Google Microsoft. Um, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I got a couple people to meet with. I'm going to be primarily focused on one-on-ones and stuff this week, as well as a lot of those educational meetings like we had last night. So, but anyway, you guys take care. Hopefully, you guys had a green day. If you didn't, and you had a red day, be patient with yourself. Make sure next time you enter a trade, if this one stung a little more than it should, make sure that you are only putting out what you are willing to lose. If you're learning paper trade right now, that's still a thing that you can do. If you're really wanting to set a goal, if you don't have a goal when you're paper trading, it's useless. There's no point. Don't do it. But if you set a goal or artificially set up like a simulation for yourself, it's going to feel a little bit more real. So that way you can get the mechanical movements down. But take a deep breath. Remember, we're humans. We don't have to sit at the desk. We don't have to trade all day. We can walk away and come back and do the same thing that we would have done any other time. So let's come back and let's hit it hard and post market or excuse me, and power hour, and we'll go from there. So, all right, y'all, peace out. I was about to call you. Yeah, go ahead and wait for me to DM you, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, guys, bye. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm gonna be charging for one-on-ones, but I don't think that I can do them outside of my Discord anymore. This is I think, and I've got it in my mind right now that at some point next summer we might close the Discord, and I might start like doing more like educational lives and stuff like that. But we'll probably close it for a couple of months, if not longer. But we'll be closing our Discord at the end of the month, and I'm going to be focusing on doing one-on-ones with the people who are in there and who are paying the monthly or who are paid the yearly. Um, but I want people to know that I'm more than willing to answer your questions here, so that you don't necessarily have to have a one-on-one with me. You can just ask the questions. Um, so. Uh, Jared Dinwald. Why are you watching me if you don't believe in it? Obviously, some type of insecurity is coming out. Just because you can't do it and you're not good enough to do it doesn't mean that I can't. I use technical analysis for risk management and trade planning, which is totally normal. So you're just repeating what everybody else says, which is super boring. So like maybe come up with something else, because I've heard that like 500 times. You know what I mean? So I'm so oh God, you're the long winger. Because they're right. What are you talking about? If technical analysis doesn't work, then why does it keep working for me? I mean, can you explain that? Because you don't have any. You don't. Most people like you because you're just literally repeating. I mean, there's you intake and then you put out. There's no creativity added or anything like that. But like there's nothing to go off of when people say that. It's usually the people who don't understand it, and so they just label it as something that's not achievable because they can't. You know what I mean? So machines strictly run on TA. There you go. Algorithms. Yeah, there's tons of free education in my Discord. So our hour is 3 o'clock Eastern time. I'm not really. I would ignore them, y'all. It doesn't. When I answer people, I don't really get upset because it's almost like I feel more bad that they've been influenced to think that certain things are not available. Like it is like, yeah, kind of annoying sometimes when people just repeat the same thing that everybody else says. Like, yeah, that's pretty annoying, but I don't mind addressing it because it's honestly a learning opportunity for most people. And I don't want people to read those messages and get discouraged because somebody else couldn't do it. So, um, the link is in my Discord. So, or the link is in my bio, excuse me. Oof. Alrighty, y'all. I have a one-on-one right now. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to that individual and see if we can help. But I will be back on a little bit later, so you guys make sure to keep your keep your asses out of the burn zone. Um, watch him and one other every day. I've had a lot of people watch me and make money just by watching me. So I don't know. It's a pretty transparent way to trade. Yeah. Peace out. Have a good day, guys.
up, humans? So I just got done installing a Bosch.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out my fucking password and shit, and it's about to re-invoice me for like the whole new shit. I think at this point, dude, if you just want me to uh pay you for the Adobe account, I'll just do that. So if you just want to start it brand new, that might be easier.